The authentic rules of the Senate, Order 42 and 52. If I have the permission of Mr. President, I will want to read.
Go ahead. Put on your microphone, your phone.
The matter of discussion, if possible, be referred to the President of the Senate before commencement of the day sitting, and the President of the Senate shall refuse to allow the claim unless he is satisfied that the matter is definite and urgent. Section 52. Mr. President, my colleague, notice shall not be dispensed with in the case of a motion or in respect of any other proceedings for which notice is required except with the consent of the President of the Senate and the general assent of the senators present. Mr. President, I want to move a matter of urgent importance and also seek the leave of this respected Senate to move the substantive motion immediately if I enjoy the grace of the Senate. The motion is on the imminent threat to our democracy as it relates to the alleged invitation of our principal officers by a court here in Abuja. Mr. President.
Sorry, let me then put the question. Is it the wish of the Senate that will take this motion immediately? Yeah. Those support say aye. Aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. You know, you can proceed.
I want to especially appreciate my colleagues for this opportunity to move this very important motion. Mr. President of the Senate, my colleagues, the Nigerian Senate observes the ongoing systematic degradation and abuse of the office of the leadership of the National Assembly by the executive arm of government through intimidation and harassment. This Senate notes regrettably that the executive arm of government, as presently constituted, is still to come to terms with the constitutional tenets of separation of powers and the independence of the legislative arm of government. My respected colleagues, this very noble Senate observes further that notwithstanding the maturity and nationalistic commitment of the National Assembly to ensure the survival of our democracy and the enthronement of order and national development through bipartisan initiatives and support for the executive, there remains a grand design not only to distract the National Assembly, but to also intimidate it into silence and enthrone a one-man rule. My colleagues, Mr. President, this Senate notes also the lack of respect for judicial decisions and the resolutions of the National Assembly by the executive, which is beginning to arrogate to itself the unified powers of the Federation. My colleagues, the Senate notes that the current attempt to arraign the leadership of the Senate over an internal matter of the Senate and claims spuriously a forgery that does not exist is a smokescreen for an impending attempt to overthrow the legislative arm. The Senate notes further that the judiciary had, through several rulings in a recent case, suit number FHC/ABJ/CS/646/2015 on the same issue, warned the executive arm from trending on the path of criminalizing or interfering in the running of the internal affairs of the Senate. The Senate therefore acknowledge the grave implications, Mr. President, of this emerging threat poses to the security, continuing existence, unity, and survival of our dear country. This Senate is aware that the legislature is empowered subject to provisions of the Constitution to regulate its own procedures, as explicitly stated in Section 60 of the Nigerian Constitution, which we have all sworn to uphold. Mr. President, my colleagues, the Senate is disturbed that instead of applying itself to the myriad of problems confronting the nation, including the escalating cost of living, upsurge in violent extremism, worsening insecurity, rising ethnic divisions, skyrocketing unemployment, declining national productivity, and a nosediving economy into recession, the executive continued to be hell-bent on chasing rats while the Federation burns. Mr. President, my colleague, disturbed at all these problems, what is paramount concern of the executive is to neutralize the independence of the parliament and create effigies of fear to shut down demands for accountability by whipping up sentiments, trying to create crimes where none exist and divert attention. My colleagues, Mr. President, this very noble and organized Senate observe that this present state of affairs represent the greatest threat to our corporate existence and the gravest rape of our Constitution, the basis upon which we exercise power. My colleagues, this Senate notes with regret the defiant act of the Attorney General of the Federation and his office of contemptuously disregarding a binding decision of the Federal High Court without a pending appeal by the police and the Attorney General on the same matter in which the Federal High Court had decided. To file charges against the leadership of the National Assembly is a gross violation of the Attorney General's official calling, an attempt to overthrow the legislative arm of government and force autocracy on our body politic. Therefore, the Senate hereby resolves as follows. 1. Mandate the Senate Committee on Judiciary, Legal Matters and Human Rights to within 2 days summon the Attorney General of the Federation to explain and justify with evidence, I repeat, with evidence, the basis for its actions and where it does not constitute gross misconduct, incompetence, contempt of courts and court processes, and abuse of office. Prayer 2, that our rule is not fake, is not forged, and it is the authentic Senate rule that has been enforced. Mr. President, my dear colleagues, I want to bring to the memory of the Senate and remind the executive arm of government that anything that is fake must have original. We therefore begin to ask ourselves, where is the original of this counterfeit as suggested by this illegal persecution? Because what is being done is not prosecution but persecution. I want to remind the executive again, Mr. President, that we all sat in this chamber on the 9th of June 2015. And 2 days before our resumption, I can speak for myself, Mr. President, we were invited to come to the National Assembly for documentation. And when I came for my documentation, Mr. President, I was given a copy of the Nigerian Constitution and the rules of the Senate. And these 2 documents were given to me clear 48 hours before my inauguration as a Senator of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, a very proud one for that matter. Mr. President, these documents are the same documents that we have used in this Senate to receive the budget of Mr. President. If the rule is fake, then the budget we have received is also fake and illegal. Mr. President, I want to also remind the executive that this same rule is what we quoted when we responded to a communication from Mr. President to have a joint session with the President of South Africa. This same rule is what we used in the screening of all the ministers of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, including the Attorney General of the Federation. This same rule, if it is fake, the position of Attorney General as the Minister of Justice is also illegal. I also want to say, Mr. President, that this same rule is what we use in the screening of service chiefs on the floor of this chamber. This same rule is what we use in the screening of the chairman of FIRS. This same rule is what we use in screening the executive vice chairman of Nigerian Communication Commission. This same rule is what we use in screening the INEC chairman. This same rule is what we use in screening the MD of AMCON. This same rule is what we used in receiving the 2016 Appropriation Act by Mr. President. This same rule is what we use in passing that same budget that is now an act of this parliament. So if this rule put together, we have considered it in receiving Mr. President on 2 different occasions, and the Mr. President responded accordingly, then this fake rule will give birth to illegality of all we have done with it. But I want to say that we have no fake rule. I want to say without fear of favor that what we used on the 9th of June 2015 was regularized on the 10th of June 2016 by the hazard of the 10th that was adopted and vote and proceedings voted without any objection. That rule was adopted on the 10th of June by the resolution of this Senate in approving the vote and proceedings of the 9th of June 2016. This is to correct the very parochial, myopic, and porous perception of those who want to divide this Senate. This Senate will remain committed to the ideals of democracy. This Senate, without fear or favor, will continue to do only those things that will promote the unity, prosperity of this country. And we should not be cowed. May we never see that day when the legislature will become an appendage or a department of the executive. I so move, Mr. President.